All right, so today we got a great video, man. We're going to be talking about environment and how this is literally key to either you succeeding in life or failing in life, right? Because, dude, I've been in great environments and I've been in bad environments, and I prefer to stay in good environments, right? So do you probably. So that's exactly why you're watching this video. You want to know how environments shape your future, right? So let me start off. I got three things listed here. First is friends and people, which is the most important in my opinion. And then your spouse, well, actually, this could be the most important, but I don't know what. Actually, let's just forget about the order, okay? Number one, we got friends and people. Number two, we got your spouse. Number three, we got social media. And in my opinion, these things can either make you or break you. But let's talk about how these things break you and how to make them, how to turn them for your own benefit, right? So, first thing, friends and people. Now, I have been in situations, right, where I have people who I thought were my friends. Turns out they were not really great for me. All they would do is smoke and drink and party. And then because I was friends with them, I had to feel like I had to fit in. So then I was doing these things too. And it was in no way, shape, or form benefiting me at all. I always thought like, oh, this is fun. You know, smoking weed is fun. You know, drinking is fun and partying is fun. But I was an idiot. It led to nowhere because I'm the type of guy who has high ambitions. I have a lot of big ambitions, lots of hopes and dreams. And because I was hanging around these people who were doing these vices all the time, you know, drinking, smoking, partying, I was going nowhere with my life. You know, how am I meant to achieve success and become fit and become jacked when I'm smoking weed, partying, and drinking? How am I supposed to do that? You need to understand that in order to achieve success, you need to live in accordance to the person you want to be. So if you want to be successful, you want to be jacked, you want to be fit, is drinking and smoking weed and partying and eating junk food, being around negativity going to benefit you? No, it's not. So that's what I was doing. I was around these things and then I became those things, which was stupid, right? So what did I do? You're saying, "Oh, Jordan, but I grew up with these people. I can't just cut them out." Yes, you can. Just cut them out. And I guarantee you, you're going to see who your true friends are. Because most people who you think are your friends are not your friends. When you level up in life, right? When you level up in life and you start doing things for yourself and you stop doing these bad habits, you're going to see your friends try to drag you back down. They're going to plant negativity in your head. They're going to say, "Oh, Jordan, you can't do this. You're not good enough. You're never going to achieve your dreams." That's what they're going to start saying. They're going to try to drag you back down. "Jordan, that's not you. Come back and drink with us. Why are you not drinking with us anymore? Why are you being like this?" They'll literally turn their backs on you. But that's good. Why would you not want that? Why would you not want to see who your true friends are, right? Because you're going to know who your true friends are by this is how you tell. The people who support you, no matter what your decision is, those are the true friends, right? When they see you leveling up and they support you and they're there for you, those are your true friends. But that's only going to be a handful. I can only count on maybe 5 people who are my true friends and who are supporting me and who want to see my success. But then the rest, 99% of the friends that I have, no, not real. I'm telling you. So cut them off. I don't care if you have to be lonely. I don't care if you don't see anyone for a year. But that doesn't matter. I haven't really had friends in forever. Well, I mean, I have friends, right? But like I haven't really seen anyone because I'm in Germany right now. I don't have that many friends here. And plus, I'm on my mission. I'm on my grind every single day. So I don't have time to see friends right now. I have more important things to do. But once I'm successful, I'm going to go back and take care of the ones who believed in me, right? That's what I'm going to do. And I wrote people here is because most people are going to be negative towards you. They don't have to be your friends, just the people you surround yourself with. The people maybe at your workplace, the people who you see all the time. Most of them are gonna be negative and they're not gonna believe in your vision. I remember when I was in England and working in a factory. Man, I used to work in a factory from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It was like a 4 day on, 4 day off shift, but it sucked. 12-hour days, cold, rainy, dark England. I literally never used to see the light. I would go in and it was dark. I would come out and it was dark. It was horrible. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the people in there, but their minds were toxic. They were just reeking negativity. I'm not gonna lie, they were reeking negativity. They didn't have any big ambitions. They didn't have any big hopes or dreams, and they would think that everything is impossible. Oh, this guy's rich because of this. Just truly making excuses, excuses, and that started to reek into my own brain. I felt like I was trapped with negativity. That's what it felt like. I felt like all their negative thoughts were seeping into me. And if I tried to do something different, if I told them something different, they would start to see me as this weird guy, and they would tell me stuff like, "Oh, you can't do it. You can't do this and this and this." They were literally telling me like, "Bro, you're how old was I at the time? You're 19 years old and you're working in this factory, you're cooked." That's what they were telling me, bro. They were like, "Man, you're so stupid. You're 19 years old. You don't have an education. You're not going to university. What are you doing with your life? Your life is over." They were literally saying that to me. And yeah, they were probably joking, but bro, are jokes really a joke? No, there's always some truth behind it, right? So that started to reek into my brain. I would literally go home and I'd say to myself, "Man, these people think this of me. Am I really this? Am I really 19 years old and I'm done? Like, am I doing something wrong in my life?" No. I always knew I had big ambitions, but what I'm trying to say is like, because I was surrounding myself with these people, their negativity started to seep into my brain and I started to doubt myself. But luckily, because I developed such a strong mindset, which I'll probably make another video on another day, because I have a strong mindset, I didn't let that break me. Most people would let that break them, right? But no, I didn't let that break me. So what you got to do with this, with friends and people, is cut them off. Anyone who's negative, just cut them off and go away from them. If you're in a negative environment, in a negative household, man, just move out. Honestly, just move out. Like, if you're old enough to move out, please just get out of the house. The amount of times that I have moved because of negativity is insane. Insane, honestly. When I was in England, that was the most negative phase in my life, I would say. Most negative phase in my life. I literally felt trapped by negativity. Every single day when I was there, it was negative. Because people would wreak their own self-doubt and self-beliefs. Their own self-doubt and lack of self-belief into me. Because people didn't achieve something, or they thought something was impossible to do. Guys, I am pissed. I recorded a video. I was flowing. I was in my flow state, and then my video cut off because my iPhone storage was full. Man, I gotta get more storage, or I gotta get a new phone or something, man. But what I was saying is, because I was in negative environments, people were quietly resenting me for every move that I made because I was different, because I wanted different. These people were, drinking, partying. They had weak mentality, weak mindset. And because I was different, because I wanted different, because I wanted to improve myself and not do these vices anymore, they were quietly resenting me for it, and I felt trapped. I felt like every single move that I made was them hating on me. That's literally what I felt like. It was insane. But what I'm saying is, like, now I'm in Germany, I'm with my girlfriend, and all I'm doing every single day is improving, working on myself, working on my business, leveling up in life. And I'm backed by support. And if you're backed by support, how could you not want to improve? How could you not? Because you're going to feel amazing if you're backed by support, right? So that's what you got to do. What you got to do is cut out your fake friends and cut out any negative people that is in your life right now, and find a community. I wrote this down, but my freaking iPhone storage was full. What you got to do is find a community. Now, how do you do this? Man, there are so many online communities out there. So many that you could just go on Introduce yourself to people and connect. That's all you gotta do. Man, I have so many entrepreneur friends who are great friends, and I met them online through communities, right? One of the wealthiest guys I know, I literally saw him made $500K in a day, in one day. And I met him through a community. We hung out for 3 days in Munich when I was living in Munich. He's a great guy. He's always helpful, right? But what I'm trying to say is if I didn't have a community, I wouldn't have met him. But you got to go out there and find a community. You can't expect a community to come to you. No, you got to go out there and get it. You got to put in the work to find like-minded people, because I guarantee you that there are so many like-minded people out there who want to be the highest version of themselves, who want to be fit, who want to be successful in life, who want to have a successful business. They're all out there, but you got to put in the work to find them. So go out there and find a community. Stop living in this small bubble of negativity of people telling you can't do something, because I promise you, you can. The Bible says nothing is impossible with God, bro. Are you going to trust the Bible, or are you going to trust your surroundings? People who never achieve anything will tell you you can't achieve something because they can't achieve anything. So go find people who believe that they can. Go find people who have already done it, and they're going to help you. You know, I was saying that people will quietly resent you, right? People who don't think the same as you, people who never achieve anything, people who hate that you are different, they're going to quietly resent you, and you're going to feel trapped. But I'm telling you, let's say you have a goal of being a millionaire. If you're a millionaire, if you're starting from zero and you want to be a millionaire, someone who already is a millionaire is never going to judge you for starting, because they were once in your position. They were once judged by other people. They had the exact same thoughts as you when they were starting out, right? So a person who's already successful is never going to judge you. Find people who are already successful. Find people who are on that path, and you guys can go up together. You won't feel this quiet resentment. You won't feel trapped for being different, for wanting more out of life. Let the people who are negative and stay losers for the rest of their lives. Okay? Let's erase this. Now let's move on to point number 2. Point number 2 is your spouse. This is the person who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. You better freaking make sure that you find a partner who is supportive, loving, and caring, who's going to help you on your journey. Not someone who just wants the end product, right? Not just someone who wants the end product and someone who complains all the time, and someone who's like, oh, why are you not taking me to fancy dinners and fancy dates all the time? No, you want someone who's down to earth, someone who's going to support you no matter what, someone who's going to be in the trenches with you. I am lucky as shit to have someone who is in the trenches with me. You guys won't believe this, but I'm broke as fuck right now. Because I invested into mentorship and I'm taking lots of risks to level up myself, right? I'm in the trenches right now. Bro, my girlfriend freaking gives me money. You know? You want someone like that. And I'm not afraid to say it, bro. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm in a shitty financial situation right now, but I'm trying to break out of that, right? I have been trying to break out of that. I've been trying many different things, but I found my purpose. Praise to the Lord. I found my purpose, and I know for a fact I can help many people with this, and I'm going to be successful out of it, right? But it takes time. But what I'm trying to say is you want to find someone who is going to be there for you, who's going to help you, not someone who complains all the time about why you're not already successful, right? It goes back to point number 1. You need to be surrounding yourself with positive influences, not negativity. Bro, you want to come home after going to work, after working all day on your business or at your job, it doesn't matter, right? You want to come home and feel at peace and feel loved and supported. You don't want to come home and freaking go to war again and be even more stressed out. You want to come home to someone who's like, who prepares you dinner because you've been working hard all day, who's going to be there and just love you all day. After working all day, right? You want to feel at peace. You want to feel supported. You want someone who's in the trenches with you, because I know so many guys who make their spouse like the downfall of them. So many guys choose the wrong spouse and it destroys them. But the people who are successful, they have the right spouse. If you, I promise you, if you go to any successful person who has a successful marriage, they're gonna say, bro, my wife is the reason I'm successful, because my wife supported me so much. You guys won't believe it. When I first moved to Germany, I had nothing. Like, I had probably 100 British pounds in my bank account, because I had to spend a lot of money, getting things over and moving, whatever. But my girlfriend was freaking giving me money. She was buying the groceries. She was paying my bills and shit, bro. I'm beyond blessed, and I thank God for her every single day. But this is what I'm trying to say. You guys are gonna spend the rest of your life with your spouse, so you better freaking make sure you have someone who's gonna be there for you, not someone who's gonna be the downfall for you, bro. Someone who lifts you up, not breaks you down for not being at the point, for not being where you should be yet. You are a work in progress. You want someone who's gonna work alongside with you and be in the trenches with you. Not just someone who wants the freaking end product. You know what I'm saying? Let me relate this to Spider-Man, bro. You want someone who's gonna love the Peter Parker, not the Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now the last one, oh my goodness. This is huge. Social media. Bro, do you understand how much time people waste on social media each day? I recall times where I spent literally 10 plus hours a day on my phone scrolling. I would wake up and instantly scroll on TikTok or on Instagram. It's stupid. You need to stop using social media. If you don't have a business, if you're not promoting your business on social media, man, you just gotta delete the apps, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta delete the apps. This takes away your focus. This takes away everything. It takes away so much time that you could be using to progress in life. Time in the gym, time reading books, time spending improving yourself, right? Social media is a killer. And not only does it take away time that you could be using to progress yourself, social media puts temptations into your life. Be honest with yourself now. How many times have you scrolled on your phone, on Instagram, on TikTok? You see some girl shaking that ass, and you're horny, you're tempted, and then you go to the hub, and then you beat your meat for like an hour, 2 hours, right? Bro, the amount of times that happened to me was insane. I had to delete social media at one point because it was crazy. But the Lord saved me from all the temptations. So praise to the Lord. You gotta delete social media. Put on those, what are those apps? Those like time blocker apps or something where you can only use an app for a certain amount of time. You need to do that, or just delete social media altogether. I'm telling you, you might think, oh, well, if I delete social media, how am I gonna talk to my friends? Well, your friends don't care about you. They don't care. I'm telling you, that's all in your head. You think like you're some celebrity, there's people messaging you all the time. There's no one messaging you, man. Go to the gym. Pick up a freaking book and read. Instead of consuming social media, mindlessly melting your brain rotting. This has no use. There's no advantage to using social media unless you're running a business. If you have a business, I give you permission to use social media. But if you don't have a business, please don't use social media. This is negatively influencing you. Delete that. Go to the gym instead. Read a book instead. Listen to helpful podcasts instead of using social media. Now, this video is going to be a short video, but these are the things that's destroying you. What you surround yourself is what you surround yourself with is what you becomes, right? So before I end off this video, just ask yourself, How is my environment right now? Is my environment supportive, or is my environment negative, and is my environment holding me back, or is it pushing forward? Because if you truly if you're truly honest with yourself, your environment is probably negative and it's holding you back. So what you got to do is cut out all negative influences and replace that with positive influences. If you have shitty friends and shitty people around you, cut them off and find a community of like-minded people. If you have a spouse or you have a girlfriend who's always nagging all the time, who's bringing you more stress into your life, maybe it's time to let her go. Like, just ask yourself and find someone supportive. You might think, oh, well, she's the love of my life. No, she's not. If she really was the love of your life, she would support you. Third, social media. Man, just delete social media. It's negative, unless you have a business, but it's negative. What you got to do, read a book instead. Go find something productive to do. Go to the gym. Watch your life change. Now, as always, I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. And I love you. Until next time, keep killing it. And if you got any questions at all, I'm going to link my Instagram in the description. You can message me there. And if you want to level up in life as well, improve your discipline, your mindset, your fitness, and your faith with God, go ahead and book a call with me in the first link in the description, and I'll see if you're a good fit to work with me. So, I love you. Until next time, mwah.